Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 23 of Forgotten Favorites. We're returning to Forgotten Favorites here in May of 2024 for the first time in over 2 years. Taking a look at some really obscure rarities, underrated albums from the vaults from way back or in more recent times that are either undiscovered or forgotten by most, but they're still favorites of ours, right? That's what this Forgotten Favorites is all about. Thanks for joining us here this morning on this rainy, dreary day in the Hudson Valley. Today, we're going to take a look at an album released in 1972. It's the third album from this American band, recorded at Eastern Sound Studios and released on Lion Records. I'm talking about Frigid Pink's Earth Omen. You're probably thinking, Pete, I don't know who Frigid Pink is. Honestly, I only discovered this band like maybe about a decade ago. I had never heard of these guys before. They debuted in the late 60s with kind of like a blues-based sound, incorporating some elements of psychedelia during that time period, right? But of course, here with their third album, they got a new singer, new guitar player, added a keyboard player, and moved into this dramatic, psychedelic, proggy, hard rock sound. Very, very reminiscent of Uriah Heep, Grand Funk Railroad, and Blood Rock, to my ears anyway. That's kind of what I hear the most when I listen to this album. It's a seriously good album. It's the only one I own by this band. You know, anytime this band came up in conversation, most people were like, Pete, that Earth Omen album by Frigid Pink, I know what you like. You need that album. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. They were right. They were right. They know me pretty well. John Wearing on lead vocals, first album with the band. Richard Stevers on drums. Tom Harris on bass. New guitarist Craig Webb. And then on keyboards, Larry Zelenka, who had some mighty fine Hammond organ and piano, electric piano on this particular record. So we got 9 tracks in total. Pretty hard rocking album. Starts off with Miss Evil. Longest track on the album at just under 7 minutes long. That's a cranker. I think, again, to mention the 3 bands I talked about, think of like Uriah Heep, certainly the debut album. There's some heavy hitting stuff on here. Blood Rock, those first 2, maybe 3 albums. So there's the heavy Hammond organ, lots of crunchy guitar. Vocals remind me of Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad, with a little bit of David Byron as well. The songs, though, are pretty melodic. There's definitely some groove here. Sailor is another really great track. Title track, Earth Omen, also hard rocking. Then there's a couple of more, they're kind of more atmospheric, mellower, psychedelic tracks, but they're still kind of heavy hitting. Lazy Day is one of them. Nice vocal harmonies on that. Then you got the Pummeling Train Woman, which to me could be like the younger sibling to Uriah Heep's Gypsy. If you like that song, you'll totally dig this. Even maybe a couple it could have easily fit in on that first Blood Rock album, right? It's just got that just kind of like heavy groove to it, the big Hammond organ and the sizzling guitars. Excellent song. Eternal Dream, that's another kind of more atmospheric track like that as well. New Horizon rocks too, but that's also got a nice atmosphere to it. Then you got Rainbow Rider, the shortest track on the album. That's really good. And then Mr. Blood finishes it off. That's another big heavy track. Ominous, just kick-ass guitars, and then get that Hammond organ roaring in the background. Really, really good stuff here. This is an album when I was looking for albums to pick for this month, this is one that I spotted on my shelf, and I'm like, oh, yeah, definitely want to talk about that one this month. And I realized I hadn't listened to this in quite a few years. Put it on, and I was kind of like, oh, yeah, this is just as good as I remember it. So, yeah, highly recommend this if you haven't heard it. Also, if you get if you can still get it, I don't even know. I have the old Repertoire Records reissue, and it's got a couple bonus tracks. One of them is doing a kind of fun version of Go Now, that early single by the Moody Blues, giving their little kind of psychedelic take on it. It's pretty good. It doesn't really fall in line with the rest of the album, but still decent enough, right? And I don't really have much to show you here. It's kind of a weird negative shot of the band, right? But that's them right there. So, and apparently, if you read up on the history of this band, so right after this album, they kind of like did away with these kind of hard rock, sounds, and went back to being just kind of like a blues rock band. This is a shame because I think there was some life in this style right here, but pretty much an obscure band, right? And what are you going to do? So that's my pick for today. If you've heard it, let us know what you think of it down in the comments below. Otherwise, go listen to it. Trust me. Earth Omen, Frigid Pink. That's F-R-I-J-I-D-P-I-N-K. And then let us know what you think. But also make sure you list your pick for today down in the comments below. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. It's always appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff coming up. Tonight, we've got the Sabbath Stones. Very fun show. We've got special guest Chris Allen and I welcome Dave LaGreca, of course, from Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM. He's going to join us once again. We haven't seen Dave on the channel in a bit. Love Dave, good friend, and we're going to just kind of talk about some Sabbath songs that Dave really likes, that Chris and I aren't too fond of, as well as talk about a couple recent interviews that have been posted out there in social media with Ozzy Osbourne, and then a separate one, Tony Martin and Tony Iommi, talking about the reissue in the box set and Forbidden, the remix of Forbidden, and all that good stuff. So lots of Sabbath conversations coming up tonight on the Sabbath Stones, and tomorrow morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff. Professor's Picks. Saturday is the Review Crew, and Sunday is ranking the albums of Spirit. So lots happening here on the channel. Thanks for watching. I have some other things works for you. Also going to do that whole show on those fickle fan bases, right? So that's coming up as well over the next couple days. And want to wish my mom a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. We'll be seeing her tonight, taking her out for Spanish food and tapas. Tapas, not topless, T-A-P-A-S. It's going to have some paella and some things tonight, so Mom's pretty excited about that. So, yeah, we'll see you all later on. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.